Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to give my thoughts on physical media versus digital media. Now, being honest, I actually don't mind either. I do prefer physical media more. I guess just having it, in my opinion, is just better. Being able to hold it, touch it, whatever, stuff like that. Being able to actually see it when not actually, opening an app or browser, whatever you're talking about. Now, I do say I don't mind either types of media. I do say whenever I do get like a CD of an album like Paranoid as we have here, I just only listen to it exclusively on CD. So yeah, I've like once I collect the CD, I just don't listen to the album like digitally at all. That's just more like a thing for me personally. Like the Metallica CDs, like which is the most I have. I've only really listened to Now 72 Seasons digitally because that's the like only one I don't have physically. Um, I also say I don't know. I think it's nice. Sometimes you do get like extra goodies in physical media. I mean, sometimes in games you get like pamphlets, like obviously advertise other games and stuff. I just think that is kind of neat. Like obviously it's still an ad, and that kind of sucks. But I don't know. It's just neat getting something else, especially when they used to come with manuals, or at least little kind of paper manuals. I know like Astrobot, its first few like I'm not sure how many copies, but like I guess the first versions released physically had like a little instruction manual, which I wish they kept because when I finally got the game, it was like way later and they did not have that. But it's still pretty cool overall. I I mean sometimes physical media. I mean it can be destroyed. Obviously, like if I were to open this case and just like grab the CD and like crack it, obviously I'd destroy it, which would suck. Obviously, I'm not going to do that. But I do have to say, when it comes to like books and stuff, I feel like just having a physical book is better than like digital, like reading through your phone or laptop or audiobook. At least in my opinion. I'm not saying audiobooks can be bad. I do feel like if you're going to go digital for books, it should probably maybe be audiobooks. But obviously, reading is still important, so just getting a digital copy is better. The only time I've really done like a digital book is like when the Quest for the Lost Powers for Ninjago was releasing. I decided to get like a not decided. There was like a preview available, so I just like read through that while I was in the car. But yeah, when it comes to music, as I said earlier, if I already got the album on CD, I won't listen to digital only, like replaying like the CD version until I just want to again. With games, I just prefer physical. If I can find a physical copy and it is at a reasonable price, then I will grab it then. Well, I do say if the like physical copy does exist, but it's like extremely rare, then I obviously won't buy it because if it costs a lot of money, then yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's not good because I already tried to buy my games as cheap as I can, but I mean, I do have digital only games. Like Fortnite is obviously digital only. Well, I did get like a Save the World physical copy like in 2018 or something or earlier, but if a game has no physical copy and it's still relatively cheap digitally, then I probably will go out to buy it. Like with Akambot, however you pronounce that. Still a really good game. I really enjoyed it. Wish there was a physical copy, but still, as long as I still manage to support the creators. And $20, I'd say that's a fair deal. I did see it go on sale later for like $10, but I still enjoyed the game, so, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I do think it'd be best if our world coexisted with both mediums, like physical and digital. I don't think either should take total control because there's obvious drawbacks, especially with digital games. You can just like revoke your license and you can't even play it anymore, like they did with like I think it was Ubisoft with some sort of card game. I think it was Ubisoft at least. It doesn't matter, but something like that. I just feel like it'd be best to have a good balance of both, and obviously I feel like digital should have maybe more of like a slightly bigger presence, but both should at least be like relatively good balance 50-50 of each. But I do know digital has obviously been taken over for like the past decade, so obviously the preference should be given probably to digital media, at least a little bit more, but physical media is still honestly really important to keep and maintain. I mean, obviously, when you're archiving anything, I feel like there should be physical and digital copies to back that up and stuff. But yeah, it's just, I guess, my thought on physical media versus digital media. I do personally prefer physical over digital, but I don't mind using both. I mean, I do use both in my life, so I mean, yeah. That's going to be today's videos, and thank you very much for watching.